Hey guys, so guess what's back for this week? I have right here, if you can see behind me, I'm back with the Z this week. It's going to be interesting. I spent some time a couple weeks ago in Colorado for the driving event and I loved the Z. So this is going to be more of what's it like to live with. And I'm already noticing some interesting things here, just even on the first day of having the Z back with me in kind of a normal daily driving circumstances. So stay tuned for more content here and as well on KSL Cars. All right, guys, some final thoughts on a week with the 2023 Nissan Z. I have a lot of feelings about this car. When I first drove it in Colorado at the press drive for the media, I was in love with it, going up and down those canyons. And I think I was mostly in love with it because of its intoxicating power. And it is just that. It is intoxicating to have 400 horsepower right under your feet. It's incredible, especially in a car that's relatively small. But it's not light. This thing weighs 200 pounds more than the last one. And that's what happens when you add 2 turbochargers and a myriad of different cooling devices to keep that engine nice and chilled while you're going at high speeds up canyons and maybe even on the track. That does lead me to some thoughts though. This is exhilarating in a straight line. It is ferociously fast. It is amazing in a straight line and it handles pretty well around the corners. But what I have found in my week of driving is that it does weigh a lot. I think if I remember correctly, it weighs about 3,600 pounds, 3,700 pounds or so. Maybe not quite that much, but it is, I know, about 700 pounds more than something like the Subaru BRZ or the Toyota GR86. 700 pounds is a lot of weight. And the question becomes, do I want crazy performance just going fast, or do I want something that is still going to be a lot of fun and spend significantly less? The question that I've been going through in my mind for the last several days since I've become more acclimated to the Z is this. Is the Z $20,000 more fun than something like the Subaru BRZ or the Toyota GR86? And that is a tough call to make, and it comes down to what you want. Again, if you want straight line performance, this is incredible. And it handles pretty well too. But with all of that power and that weight comes consumable cost. This car has only just over 5,000 miles on it, and all 4 tires are nearly bald, as I so found out going onto many an on-ramp and around some canyon turns. It's fun, but 5,000 miles in, it already needs new tires, and these are pretty large tires of 275 in the back, and I think we have what's the size up here? 255 in the front. 19-inch wheels. Brakes will probably need to be replaced relatively soon as well. And so there is the consumable cost. Now, with that extra weight, you also have to consider, is this something I'd want to track? And while I think that the power can overcome a lot of the weight that is here, it is still quite hefty. And so I'm back to my question. Is this worth $20,000 more than a Toyota GR86, which comes fully loaded at $31,000 or $32,000 with a manual transmission? Or for the Z Performance, do I spend exactly $20,000 more for it to get 400 horsepower, 2 seats, and just an amazing 6-speed transmission? That's a tough call. That said, this is a great car. It's exhilarating, it's a ton of fun, and I think Nissan should be commended for developing it. It's 80% new over the old 370Z. There's a lot to like here. I did not like the seats. That's one of my main complaints here. I don't know why Nissan and Infiniti continue on with the side controls on the side of on the bottom cushion of the seat, but doing so compresses your legs. And for me, it grew very uncomfortable very quickly. I've never thought that seats would be a deal breaker, but these just might be. Another thing to consider as well, if you're considering tracking this vehicle, is the rear hatch is cool, but I don't know that you can fit 4 wheels and tires in it like you can with the Toyota GR86 or the Subaru BRZ. So if you plan on tracking it, you'll probably go through tires quickly and don't plan on bringing in an extra set to the track. I like a lot of this car, but I am torn if I would spend $51,000 on it. Yes, the power is very exciting and very exhilarating. The 6-speed manual, I'm so grateful is here and it feels good. It sounds pretty good. The manual does need a different exhaust. It's reasonably comfortable except for those seats. The styling is pretty cool, especially the rear end, but it's not totally original, not totally forward thinking. It's more backward looking to harken back to many decades of Z enthusiasts. And so the question is this performance sports car you buy for 51 grand? I don't think you'd be too or at all disappointed if you did. I think you'd be pretty well intoxicated like I was on those canyons if you're looking for something that just has immense power at any point in the rev band and you want a manual transmission and you just want some power slides and to go sideways and rip through tires, and you're gonna love it. But for now, if you want 51 grand, if you have 51 grand and you are okay with 2 seats, a manual transmission and 400 horsepower, you're going to have a blast doing it. Once again, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope this helps you kind of decide if the Nissan Z is right for you. Please comment below if it is, and if you're gonna buy one or not. I think it's an awesome car, and I think you're gonna be pretty darn happy. Guys, if you don't mind, please like, subscribe, comment below. It's been a lot of fun. And always check out KSL Cars under the Resources tab for much more car-related content. Thanks, guys.